It's time for Texas League Baseball here in South Texas. And here's the star of the show, John Baker. Well, thank you, Bob, and a good Saturday evening, everybody, as we like to welcome you into our live broadcast of Texas League Baseball. It is Game 5 of our 6-game set between the visiting Wichita Wind Surge and your San Antonio Missions. Well, tonight after the game, sit back, relax, enjoy the best fireworks show, courtesy of West Creek Trail Rides and Dr. Pepper. Series wraps up tomorrow at 1:05 p.m. as we conclude our 6-game set against Wichita. Then after that, it's off to Arkansas to take on the Arkansas Travelers. Missions back home on Tuesday, June 3rd, starting a 6-game set taking on the visiting Midland Rockhounds. Go online now, samissions.com. Purchase and print your tickets from home. Also, follow us all season long with the First Pitch app from Minor League Baseball. You can download that on any smartphone. Well, I'm joined in the booth by my partner, Bob. Bob, always good to see you as always. Good to see you too, John. And gotta say, pretty nice as we're getting this one ready to go. And so far, it's a hot afternoon. Been a 100-degree day, and yes, it looked like you came from the ranch, it looks. You know, you are right about that, Bob. It was a hot one. A lot of people coming out to ride the horses. And yes, it was one of them days where we come out and we did a lot of water troughs today, and so far looked like nobody did them, but evidently we got in and we got things going, and so far it was pretty good. We got everything finished. Well, that's good, John. Glad you got everything done, and hopefully things should be good by tomorrow. Yeah, I know. And so far, we should hopefully have people helping and getting going with things. But anyway, we are just so glad that everybody is coming in on this Saturday night. It's already 7 o'clock, and so far we're 5 minutes to pitch time, and so far we are just looking forward for tonight's game. Well, last night, Bob, the San Antonio Missions winning 8-2 on a Friday night, and so far we're 2 games left of this series against Wichita, and then off to Arkansas for the 6-game set. We're there Tuesday through Sunday, and then back home on Tuesday, June 3rd, taking on Midland. So the Midland Rockhounds will be in town, and so far going to be nice about that. Well, anyway, our game tonight scheduled at 7:05, and so far after tonight's game, join us in post-game fireworks extravaganza as we bring you this one here this evening. Well, anyway, tonight, pretty good night as Missions are back in their normal home jerseys tonight. And so far, Flying Chanclas are retired for this week. And so far, we will see them first Thursday and Friday in June. So pretty good. They'll be back on those days. And can't wait for that as well. Yeah, I got to say, John, absolutely right. We love the Flying Chanclas, and glad you do Thursday and Fridays, as we had a request for Fridays for Flying Chanclas on Dr. Pepper Night Fridays, which that is a pretty good thing. I mean, all goodness, pretty good stuff right here. Man, that is for sure, Bob. Well, anyway, our teams are getting ready to go, and so far our San Antonio Missions now getting ready to take the field as we get the top of the first inning ready for Wichita. And yeah, so far a lot of clouds through this evening. The sky is hazy, and we are expected severe weather sometime tomorrow into Labor Day. And I didn't forget it is Labor Day weekend, so make sure everybody gets going on that. Well, we salute our veterans, and yes, we do. And so far, we're pretty good to say thank you for your service to our nation and to our country. And yes, we got to thank the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, and family and stuff. But anyway, thank you, Mr. President, and thank you to our men and women and those that serve in uniform, those that serve our great and wonderful nation. And continuously, we just say, God bless America. Well, anyway, we thank you all for coming into the pregame show. And so far, we're about ready to start first pitch momentarily when we come back. We're here to start the top of the first for Wichita. And now here is John Baker to deliver the broadcast. Thank you, Bob. And our right-hander Isaiah Lowe is getting the start for San Antonio tonight. What do we know about him, Bob? Well, all I can say is that 95 is a four-seam fastball, slider changeup, a two-seam fastball coming in the mix for him. Well, the leadoff batter for Wichita, center fielder, is Alan Serta. As we're start right now here in this game. And three magic words, so let's play ball. That one skied to third base. Rojas makes the play, and that's how the ball game gets rolling, with the first pitch being a high flyer, 4-1 away. Time now to give the Wichita starting lineups, and there they are on the screen for y'all. As, yes, everybody is getting ready to go. We got Serta, Kershaw, Sabato will be the leadoff three. Schobel, Jenkins, and Schofield will be the middle. Danny DeAndre, Cossetti, and Fetko round out the batting order for the Wichita Wind Surge. Here is second baseman Luke Kershaw. He hits that one high in the air up to left field. And they're two down. 2 up, 2 down here in this half inning, as two high flies will equal 2 outs. And that'll bring up first baseman Aaron Sabato. San Antonio in a 2-game winning streak. They won Thursday night 9-6. Last night 8-2. What a way to get a pretty good, decent win streak going, right, Bob? Gotta say, John, they better keep that win streak alive, or else if they lose this one, then that'll kill the win streak. Yeah, that is for sure. Here's the 0-1. That one is sliced foul. The count now, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. That one skied to right field. Campbell on the run makes the play, and that is the inning. No runs, hit to errors, and nobody left on base. We now head to the bottom of the first. San Antonio coming to bat. It is no score through 1.5. We're back here after this as we get set for the starting pitcher for the Wind Surge coming up. Foul set to go for the bottom of the first for San Antonio, right now on the Missions Baseball Network. And our starter tonight for Wichita is Cade Bragg. And what do we know, Bob? Well, got to say, he's got a 5-pitch mix, 4-seam slider, splitter, cutter, 2-seam fastball. But his choice is that slider. If you watch where he throws it, he might just get you in the end. But clearly, you better watch where he throws that. It might just strike you out looking. Now, that is for sure, Bob. Leading off the bottom of the first inning for the good guys, left fielder Albert Fabian. Boy, takes that in for a called strike, and it's 0-1 to Fabian. Got a beautiful evening here, partly cloudy sky. That one is skied to the left field area, and on the warning track, and makes a fine run and play. And with that, let's give the San Antonio starting lineups. Fabian, Salas, and Mears will be the leadoff three. Castañon, Campbell, Roederer, middle. Rojas, Cedeno, and DeVries round out the batting order for San Antonio this evening. Catcher Ethan Salas coming in, is ready to go here this one. Here's a pitch by Bragg. That's down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Pretty good, and yeah, so far, really, really good. Right there in the end. Taken in for a strike, and it's 1-1. The pitch. That one bolted right to the first baseman for the out. And there's 2 away. And that'll bring up center fielder Joshua Mears. Mears coming in, ready to go.
That's a ball. That's inside.
And that's a ball down and in. It's 1-0. That one's skied to center. Center fielder has it, and that's the inning. No runs, hits, errors, and no one on for San Antonio here in this half inning. We head for the second inning. It is no score through the complete first. And we go with Tanner Schobel as he'll lead it off for Wichita when we come back. No score through 1. Leading off the top of the second inning for Wichita is Tanner Schobel. John, take it away. Thank you, Bob, and we're back here. Another half inning for Wichita coming in. And the wind up the stretch by Lowe, swing and a miss. Right there, the count now 0-1. Boy, humidity is high this evening, and so far sun and clouds mixed. Slight chance of thunderstorms later on. The 0-1. Right there in the end for a taken called strike, and it's 0-2. Scoreless ball game. One inning down in the books already. And so far we are scoreless. And that's a swing and a miss. Schobel down on strikes. And first one for Isaiah Lowe as he takes that one in for a called third strike, and down right behind our great play at home plate is that camera, and surely enough, we love that camera. Good catch on the play. Walker Jenkins coming in now. One away, nobody on for Wichita. That's down and in, a changeup, 1 ball, no strikes. Jenkins, a average of a 321 over 400. He's had 7 home runs for Wichita. And that is in for a strike, and the count now 2-0. Well, one more home game left of this 6-game set. It is also Memorial Day Sunday, so come out, enjoy the best baseball we have on the house. Our military members get in for free. 2 balls, 1 strike. Those that serve our great country and communities, and saying our firefighters or police or military, those that serve in the uniform, we thank y'all for every day of your hard work and valiant service to our communities and our country, and so on. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and there's a changeup, get them down, and there's 2 away. 2 back-to-back strikeouts by Isaiah Lowe. Boy, I tell you what, it was one heck of those 2 strikeouts. And here's Dalton Sheffield. He is fouling that one off. The count now 0-1. Sheffield coming in. And the pitch. Swing and a miss right there. The count now 0-2. Boy, one more and this half inning will come to a close. And that will be the first 6 batters of the ball game for Wichita getting out on strikes. No balls, 2 strikes. In the pitch. That one is a high pop-up. Foul grounds. And that will go into the crowd. And somebody got a baseball for free. Here's the pitch. And he went around. And that is called third strike. And Sheffield is not happy. No runs, hits, errors. Nobody left on. 2.5 and still scoreless as we head to the bottom of the second. Marcos Castellon, the first baseman, will strike up next for San Antonio. It is Castellon, Campbell, and Roederer will lead things off. We're back for more right after this. Now set to go for the home half of 2 for San Antonio right now on the Missions Baseball Network. Thank you, Bob, and we're set to go. Marcos Castañon leads it off. And so far, pretty good on that. And the pitch. And right there, first pitch, right out of the ballpark, and how do you like that? Tattooed it out of here, gone. Wow. Oh, that's the first time you see that. Yeah, that was a pretty good hittable pitch right there. And boy, I gotta say, one thing or another, San Antonio got on the board first. Well, San Antonio leads this game now 1-0 against Wichita. 383 over 107. Boy, that is a triple digit right there. In now the right fielder, Jacob Campbell. So he takes in a strike. It's the count now 0-1. San Antonio leading this game 1-0 against the Wind Surge. Here in the bottom half of 2. And that is outside 1-1. Boy, what a great pitch that was, John. Yeah, I agree. It was a good pitch. He got it out of here for a home run. And that's inside for a strike. The count now 1-2. Blistered that ball. He beat the stuffing out of it. 1-2. He's going to hit that one straight away left field. That's a base hit. Still nobody out here in the home half of the second inning for San Antonio. Next batter up is designated hitter Cole Roederer. Roederer coming in looking pretty good. And so far, pretty good on that. That's down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Boy, Roederer coming in at a .289. The opposition of 300. He's had few home runs for San Antonio and a boatload of RBIs. So that's right there. The count now 1-1. Second run in the San Antonio Missions. And trying to get something going with a base hit that could bring him home from first. That's downstairs, 2-2. Bragg is talking to home plate umpire Jeff Andrews, and he says that one was down low. And I would say do not ever call balls as strikes, because one way or another, you get ejected that way. And that's called third strike. He got him down, and there's one away.
Batting seventh, the third baseman,
Yendry Rojas coming in. And the pitch. That's a slider. Boy, a man's best friend right there is always that slider getting going. Third baseman Rojas at the plate for San Antonio. One away in a 1-0 lead for the Missions. And that's taken in for a strike. It's the count now 0-2. Series finale tomorrow, 1:05 first pitch. That's downstairs, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
1-2.
Here's the pitch. And that is called third strike right there, as that will be 2 away. Runner still holding on at first, and here's Nerwillian Cedeno. Cedeno coming in, and he'll take that one just shy of the inside line. The count now 1-0 to Cedeno. 1 ball, no strikes. And here's the pitch, right inside, 1-1. Still holding up is Cedeno. Still having the runner out there at first will give him that opportunity of getting in another. Right there, swing and a miss, and that is catching him off stride on that two-seam fastball. Boy, gotta really look out when you have one of those. That one is guide to center, and that's the half inning over. But a Marcos Castañon comes in and powers one over the wall on one run. 2 hits, no errors, 1 left on for San Antonio. Top of the third coming up. San Antonio leading this game 1-0. So back here for the third inning for Wichita. When we come back, Danny Deodrade will lead it off. When we come back. This proud broadcast brought to you in part by West Creek Trail Rides. For more information, please check the website at www.westcreektrailrides.com. Leading off the top of the third inning for Wichita is Danny D'Andrade. Take it away, John. Thank you, Bob. And we're back here, leading off the third with D'Andrade. Here's a pitch from Isaiah. That one is lofted high in the air in foul ground. And that will land untouched. No balls, one strike to Danny. And here's the pitch. That is inside for a strike. It's the count now, 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. That one right there. Cedeno gets it to Castañon for the out.
The catcher, Andrew.
The one away, and here's the next batter up, Andrew Corsetti. Catching for Wichita tonight. Cleanup batter as well. Here's the pitch. That is a swing and a miss. And the count now, 0-1. No balls and a strike to Corsetti. Then the pitch. And boy, almost hitting him. And that would have put the tying run there at first base. Here's pitch. That one outside. Count now 2-1. Two balls and a strike to Andrew. And that one is out of play, foul. So 2-2 the count now. And a pitch. Right there, called third strike, and he got him looking. So 2 down. Half inning of the third inning. Here is Kyler Fedko. As he takes that strike inside, it's count now 0-1. Left fielder Fedko playing in the left field position for Wichita. And that's going to be right there. That is fair. Fair ball. And the relay got him right there, trying to stretch it for 2. And that will put the side retired. So no runs on a hit, no errors, and nobody on for Wichita. And we head to the home half of the third inning. San Antonio leading this game by 1-0. Leo Dallas DeVries will come in for San Antonio when we come back in this 1-0 ball game. We're back here right after this as we lead it off for the third right after this. All right, leading it off the bottom of the third inning for San Antonio. Here is shortstop Leo Dallas DeVries. Well, Leo Dallas coming in as we're set to go this 1-0 ball game here for San Antonio. Splitter outside, 1 ball and no strikes to him. Boy, a 1-0 early advantage for the Missions here tonight. So far, Wichita trailing that one insurance run. And the pitch. That one is high and inside, and that's the count now at, I think it is 1-1 the count. So there we go. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch by Bragg. That one high and outside, 2-1.
2-1.
Boy, I tell you one thing, John. He's getting real jumpy on that high fly ball right there, and he better watch where he throws that thing. Yeah, I agree. 2-1. Right down in the chute for a called strike, 2-2. Boy, tell you one thing is we're bottom of 3 and almost near the half of this broadcast. That one skied to center, and that is out number 1.
The left fielder, number 30, Albert.
That'll bring up the left fielder, Albert Fabians. We go back to the top of the San Antonio lineup. Flight out in the first is 0 for 1 here tonight for Fabian. And that is outside. And the count now, 1 ball, no strikes to him. Boy, a hazy evening. Partly cloudy and yet severe weather hangs close by San Antonio. Even though if we go into the overnight, that is right there, and out number 2. I will bring in Ethan Salas. 2 down and is 0 for 1 in the lineout. So still hanging on. And the pitch. That one is outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
1-0.
Can't believe it. Almost to the top of the 4th inning and still a 1-0 ball game here for San Antonio.
1-1.
They get that insurance run in the bottom of 2. And still hanging on. That is high in the air. And all the outfielders try to get it. It's the shortstop that gets the ball. So no runs hit to errors and nobody left on for San Antonio. We head up to the 4th inning. And it's a 1-0 lead for San Antonio here in this game. Alan Serta leads it off for the 4th when we come back. Leading off the top of the fourth inning for Wichita is Alan Serta. Serta ready to go in this one. And John, take it away. Thank you, Bob. And lead off the fourth. Here is the leadoff batter for Wichita, Alan Serta, as he takes his first pitch in for a strike. And it's count now, 0-1. No balls, one strike. Here's the pitch. That one is a broken bat. Right there, Lowe has it. And that is out number one, caught by the pitcher.
Second baseman, Luke.
So, yes, he does get one. And broken bat for shrapnel out there. And we're going to have some time as that will be cleaned up. Give us a 15-second station identification right there. And we'll be right back. All right, back as we come from our little break that we had. Here's the next batter up, Luke Kearshaw. Kearshaw coming in, and boy, takes a strike inside. It's 0-1 to the second baseman. As he's 0 for 1, a flyout. So far, Wichita batters through 3 innings have not got on base. That one is high in the air. And the right fielder Campbell runs it down for out number 2.
The first baseman, Aaron.
2 up, 2 down for the Wind Surge. Here is first baseman Aaron Sabato. Sabato coming in, ready to go. And the pitch. That's an inside strike. It's 0-1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss right there. The count
No
now
balls, 2 strikes.
at no balls at 2 strikes. The 0-2. Cold third strike. Got him down. And that ends a half inning. No runs hit to errors. And no one on for Wichita. 4.5. Still a San Antonio lead of 1-0. We're back here as center fielder Joshua Mears leads it off for the bottom of 4 for the Missions. We're back with our broadcast. When we come back, our proud sponsor of our San Antonio Stock Show Rodeo here in beautiful San Antonio. Leading off the bottom of the fourth inning for San Antonio is center fielder Joshua Mears. Here's John. Thank you, Bob. And we're set to go bottom of four, as that's an inside strike in the inside corner, and it's 0-1. Well, I tell you one thing, that we are now another tornado threat for Oklahoma. And so far, thinking through Tuesday through Sunday next week in Arkansas, it will be a different story to tell, as we pretty much see tornado threats and most likely through Oklahoma. First baseman Marcos Castañon leading it off for San Antonio, and did he go? No, he did not. Held up in time. 1 ball, no strikes. Castañon batting .320. He's 1 for 1 of the ball game, and that's outside again. Same spot, same place. 2 balls, no strikes. So far, we are upgraded a probability risk of a 9 out of 10 chance Oklahoma will see another tornado outbreak. And so far, for a lot of those that don't know, my friend in Muskogee, Oklahoma, lives there, and so far he's lived there for the past 9 years. And evidently he's seen tornadoes here and there, but I always keep him alert on my phone on that. That one high in the air, and that is up to the left field area for out number 2.
Now batting, number 7.
So that'll be right fielder Jacob Campbell. 1 for 1, a single. And yeah, we might have a little bit of rain tomorrow afternoon here in San Antonio. And I got to say, we need the rain. It's been a hot day, and so far the humidity has been up. Little bit of wind out there in right center field. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, nobody on, bottom of 4. San Antonio holding this game by just that insurance run from the bottom half of the second inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And here's the pitch. And did he go? No, he did not. Tyler Jenkins says he did not go. First base umpire, Tyler Jenkins. Our second base umpire is Donald Ray Davis. And third base umpire is Tyler Owens. 3-2. And that one lofted in the air to the right field area. And that will pretty much do it. 4 innings come and go, but San Antonio still holds this game by a run. And we head to the 5th inning, and the Missions have the lead 1-0 over Wichita. We're back here as Tanner Schobel leads it off for the 5th for the Wind Surge when we come back into our broadcast. We're back for the top of the fifth inning for Wichita, right now on the Missions Baseball Network. Thank you, Bob. Tanner Schobel leading it off for the Wind Surge. 1-0 ball game for San Antonio. Underway, that one fouled off. The count now 0-1. Well, so far, pretty good on that, and always good. No balls, one strike. The pitch. That one is a liner straight away center, and that's a base hit. So finally getting into the hit column. Now all they have to do is get into the run column, and that means the tie-breaking run, Walker Jenkins coming out. And the pitch. That one out of play, foul, and still holding on at 0-1. 0 for 1 last time, a strikeout by the right fielder for Wichita, Jenkins. And the pitch. That's inside slider. The count now is 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Called third strike. He got him. And that is a 6th strikeout for Isaiah Lowe, as that will be one retired. Designated hitter is Dalton Sheffield, as he comes in. Ready to go. The pitch is inside strike at the count now 0-1. We'll say to everybody in Oklahoma, they better be ready because danger comes tonight. Tornado threat is maximized to a 10 out of 10 chance. So those in Muskogee and all these other places. And right there, a 3-6-4 double play. We'll talk about the tornado threat when we come back. And yeah, right as he gets things going. And that will pretty much do for this half inning. Bottom of 5 coming up. San Antonio leading this one by 1 run. We're back after this. Who are you calling, John? I'm calling my friend Duncan out there in Muskogee. Okay, then. Well, I thought he would answer because I got something that I really have to tell him. But anyway, we lead off the bottom of the 5th inning. And got to say, Yikes, Bob, what are you doing? Turn that down, will you? Oh, sorry, John. I almost forgot about that. What are you doing? Playing a game or something? Hey, yeah. Got an ad. Well, put that phone down and help me, will you? Oh, okay. Sorry, John. Go ahead. Leading off the bottom of the fifth inning for San Antonio is,
Wichita.
well, before we get started on that, a left-hander, Anthony Misiewicz, will come in. And so far, we are seeing he pitched only one inning.
Leading off for the mission.
And here's the designated hitter, Cole Roederer. Roederer coming in and is ready to go here in this one. That one hit high in the air up to the foul grounds. And that is out for a strike in the count now, 0-1. And that is outside. The count now, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. The count to Roederer. Swing and a miss. Cutter cuts him down. And that is 1 away.
Now batting, the third baseman, Yendry.
Third baseman, Yendry Rojas. Leading things off. And that's an inside strike. The count now 0-1. Well, game going pretty quick here in this one.
Ball.
And that's a ball down and in. 1 ball and no strikes. And that one high and outside, 2-1. The pitch. That one is lofted high in the air, and that's down for a hit. Finally, after all this time, a base runner gets on. Wow, that pretty good liner up to the left center field area by Yendry Rojas being out there. First, here's the next batter up. Second baseman, Nerwillian Cedeno takes down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Flied out, 0 for 1. So pretty good for him, and he'll try to get that runner into the scoring position area. That's inside for a strike. And it's 1-1. And that one is gone. Home run. 2-run shot by Nerwillian Cedeno. Makes it a 3-0 ball game for San Antonio. Wow.
Why didn't you sneak up on me down by the river? The truth is, I fled. I came into my office, I went under my desk, I cried like a 10-year-old girl.
Yeah, get hit in the head by that baseball in that 2-run shot. Well, San Antonio now leading this game by 3 runs.
1 ball, no
2 on the insurance by Nerwillian Cedeno. Here's the shortstop, Leo Dallas DeVries. And pretty good about that, as that was what we do. And right there in the end, called strike, and it's 1-2. So it looks like it'll be hopefully another win for San Antonio, and tomorrow afternoon could be a definite win or determination type win. Well, that just depends how the ball game for a Sunday afternoon goes. No, that's for sure. A Saturday evening ball game looks very beautiful with the sunset and with
Now
both
batting,
these
the left
teams
fielder,
coming
Albert.
together and playing baseball. That's what we all love. Baseball builds community. It also builds a fandom as well. The left fielder, Albert Fabian, coming in.
0-1.
3-0 San Antonio over Wichita. Wichita trailing to 3. Six-game set after tomorrow in Arkansas.
Ball outside.
Then back June 3rd taking on Midland. The Midland Rockhounds, my favorite team up in the West Texas region. So far, lived there for 20 years with my parents. And yes, it is all about the oil field and the big building that we saw in Franco Park last week.
Ball.
There in Midland. Well, we pretty much have a great ball club up there, and we have Taco Villa, Texas Burger, and Rose's Cafe, which that is 3 major food chains that Bobby Cox owns. Called third strike, and that will do it. But Nerwillian Cedeno gets a 2-run shot on a hit, and that will conclude 5 innings here this evening. San Antonio leads this game 3-0 as Danny DeAndre leads it off top of the 6th inning for Wichita when we come back. Top half of the sixth inning set to go for Wichita right now on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, Danny DeAndre leads it off for the Wind Surge. 7, 8, 9 due up for this half inning. That's a swing and a miss right there. The count now 0-1. San Antonio 3, Wichita nothing. Still got a time to rally back in this ball game. And the pitch, that is high fly in the air. And that is out of play. Here's pitch. And that is out, foul. And the count now at, say, where are we, Bob? No balls and 2 strikes. Yep, thank you. That one hit high in the air, and that is out of play, foul. They're still staying in it. Here's pitch. Right there. That's a liner. Straight away up to right field. That's a base hit.
Now batting, catcher Andrew Cassetti.
Well, Andrew Cassetti coming in after the base hit. San Antonio still holding 3. And that's a liner, and boy, howdy. They get him by apply the tag. What a great idea. Castañon gets there. It got him. He did not get past the blockade on that one. Tyler Fedko, the left fielder for Wichita, comes in 1-for-1, a single last time around. Here's the pitch. That one is driven deep to center. And that is right out of here. That's a home run. And Kyler Fedko, his first of the evening, puts 2 on the board for Wichita. And it's now a 1-run lead for still San Antonio in their favor. They favor the ball game, but Wichita now trailing just a run. Man, and he really blistered that ball out of here. And I'll tell you what. Nah, he sure did, Bob. In now is Alan Serta. Serta coming in, ready to go. Here's the pitch. That one is going to be driven up nicely. And that will hit to the right fielder, Campbell, for the out. So 2 down. Luke Keachel. Keyshaw coming in, the second baseman, is 0 for 2 and 2 flyouts. To wind up the pitch. That's outside. 1 ball, no strikes. So we talk about tornado safety and so forth for those in Oklahoma, Tulsa and Muskogee, and those that are in the path of these strong to severe thunderstorms tonight. We pray that y'all will set your alarms for 12 o'clock, because 1 o'clock in the morning, that's when everything rolls in. Here's the pitch. Right there and in for the taking called strike, and it's 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count now, 2 away. Nobody on after a 2-run shot. And here's the pitch. Right there, swing and a miss. Got him down. And that will do for this inning. But Kyler Fedko will put 2 on the board for Wichita. And we head now to the bottom of the 6th inning. San Antonio leading this game 3-2. We'll have a new arm for Wichita coming up when we come back. Bottom of 6, straight ahead. leading off the bottom half of the sixth inning right now for the Missions Baseball Network. Kyle Bischoff coming in as he'll be the right-hander for Wichita. Four-seam slider, circle change, and a cutter. Coming in as he starts off the bottom of the sixth for the Wind Surge. Ethan Salas coming in as we lead it off for San Antonio. We're about set to go here in this one, and that's going to be a liner, a ground hopper right to third to first, and they got him plenty of time for the out, and one away. Well, Joshua Mears coming in. He's the center fielder. 0 for 2, the strikeout and the flyout for him. Boy, we're the bottom of 6, and it's still daylight. Can you believe that, Bob? Yeah, I got to tell you. That's a high pop-up right there behind the catcher. 2 down. Well, that was a big fat out right there, and I would say that after that out, the San Antonio Missions now down to their final here in the 6th inning. Well, we'll say this guy right here, and that was Marcos Castañon getting the solo shot last time, bottom of the 2nd inning. Really did his best to power that one. And that's going to be up to the center field area, and that will pretty much do for the half inning. No runs hit to errors and nobody left on for San Antonio. 7th inning coming up, and it's 3-2. Well, Aaron Sabato will lead things off 7th inning when we come back here in our broadcast. top half of the seventh inning for Wichita, right now on the Missions Baseball Network. Aaron Sabato coming in as we lead off the top of seven for the Wind Surge. As that one is hit foul, the count now 0-1. Well, we'll say that tornado threats up in Oklahoma go up 10 out of 10. That's a dangerous threat level of severe weather, and PDS tornado warnings could come in and any time throughout the evening. And so far, I will say to those that live in Oklahoma, be on alert tonight. And that's what you have to do. Especially my friend Duncan and his family up there in Muskogee, Oklahoma. As storms roll through 1 o'clock on a Sunday morning, strong to severe thunderstorms. Storms may produce strong, damaging winds, large hail, and possibly tornadoes through this one. Here's the 2-2. That one skied to left center field. Joshua Mears getting under, and he's got it for the out.
The third baseman, number 8, Tanner Schobel.
Well, Tanner Schobel, the hot corner guy, coming up now for Wichita. Here's the pitch. And that's inside for a strike. Then it's 0-1. No balls, one strike. The pitch. That one is slapped away, foul. And the count now 0-2. No balls, two strikes. The pitch. Right there, called third strike, and Schobel down for 2 away. 8 strikeouts for San Antonio, 10 for free breakfast on the bun, courtesy of Whataburger. Wake up on a Sunday morning before you go to church and stop by the Whataburger to get that free breakfast on the bun. No purchase necessary. See more store for details. Walker Jenkins coming in as he takes a strike inside. The count now 0-1. 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts. You see, we've been doing Whataburger for a long time in our broadcasts. Since 2021, when we first started back up in the AA Texas League. After 1 year of baseball, 610 days after the COVID-19 shutdown. And the 0-2. Swing and a miss, and that's strikeout number 9 for San Antonio pitcher Isaiah Lowe. Well, 7th inning stretch time, and it's San Antonio 3, Wichita 2. Jacob Campbell will lead it off for San Antonio when we come back through the stretch inning. Duncan, what are you doing?
Driving home right now.
Oh, you are? Okay. Well, I just wanted
What's going on?
to tell you, you better be on alert tonight.
Yeah, we're tracking it.
You're
It was
torn.
pretty crazy. It was pretty crazy this morning, sir.
Yeah, I saw that. PDS tornado watches could be issued tonight.
Almost, we were into this.
Do what?
We almost got rear-ended.
Really?
Yeah.
Crazy people in Oklahoma just love to go nuts.
Yeah, we're watching the radar though. We're
All right. Well, it's going to
keep
be.
on alert.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be right at your doorstep at 1 a.m. So y'all be ready.
We will. It's about usually the time that it likes to hit us. What the hell?
Uh-oh. What's going on now?
Somebody standing in the middle of the road wearing dark clothes. They were just like, I think they were tweaking.
Tweaking?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
You never seen a tweaker before?
A tweaker? Uh-uh.
Yeah. Man, you're missing out, John.
Probably.
You never seen a tweaker before in San Antonio?
Uh-uh.
You gotta be kidding me. There's thousands of tweakers in San Antonio. You see them all the time standing on the road. They're usually like yelling and shit, or just like moving their bodies up and down. They look like zombies and stuff. And you drive by them and they're like, "I'm not sure." And they're like doing weird stuff. And there's this one on this one road going to Megan's grandparents. She stands out there all the time, looking at all the cars go by.
And she starts yelling.
I don't know what she's looking at, but she's looking at something.
She starts yelling at the cars.
Yeah. There was an old black man in Fort Gibson. No, he was in Tulsa. He was yelling at all the cars driving by. Then there was one. Megan, do you want me to leave the rods in the car? Okay. And there's been a couple where they just stand there on the side of the road, hunched over. I want you to go on YouTube and type in tweaker.
Yeah.
They're all spun out on drugs.
Mm.
They're all crazy. But that's what drugs will do to you.
How's a tweaker go?
Huh?
How does a tweaker go?
It depends on what. It depends on what kind of drug he's on. Man, holy cow! I wish I had working shop lights.
Oh, that was funny. Oh goodness. Yeah. How's a tweaker how does a tweaker yell?
Oh my gosh.
After she said it, it was pretty funny. Oh goodness.
What, Jen? No, we didn't catch any fish because they weren't biting.
Oh man. Well, that stinks.
Yeah, I'm coming. Hold on. Stay there. I'm coming. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out where the heck everything's going because my shop lights don't want to work half the time. I need to buy some new ones on Amazon.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was freaking.
Huh? That's it.
Okay, that might be a little better.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I have seen a tweaker around here. We got this old guy that loves to yell and stuff.
Yeah, that's a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like I said, depends on what kind of drugs they're on.
Yeah.
You know,
This one guy
yeah.
sounds like a donkey and stuff.
There's the silent tweakers that are hunched over and not making any sound, and they've their mind has gone to oblivion. Then there's the weird ones that are talking and yelling at people, and they're like, I, I swear I seen him over there. Yeah, don't you hear them? They're talking. You hear them over there? That's what I said. They don't make a lick of sense.
Yeah. Yeah. One time I heard this guy, he's like, I don't see you over there. I'll come and go over, give you a whooping.
Yeah, that's I was surveying one time, and Jim, put that hook back on there. I'm coming around through the side door. We were out surveying one time, and we were doing some stuff on and this guy, he's heard us wrestling in the woods. He came and he said, "Hey, what the hell are y'all doing?" He's like, "You following me?" And they're like, "No, sir, we're working." He's like, "I told you quit following me." He's like, I'm gonna beat y'all's ass. I'm like, "Sir, we're just working." And he's like, "I'm not gonna tell you again."
Oh goodness gracious. It's funny how you say it, I tell you. Oh goodness. Oh man.
My coworker got pissed, and he yells at the guy back. He's like, "You ain't gonna do shit." He's like, "You come over here, I'm gonna beat your ass. Get back." And then the crazy kook disappeared.
Yeah.
But it was funny because it took us a minute to find where he was at, but he was standing right behind a tree talking to us.
Yeah.
He didn't make himself known. He was standing right behind a big tree, like he was yelling at the tree, talking to us.
Oh wow.
So he might have thought we were the tree.
Oh, that's funny. You got some weird people these days, you know it?
Yeah, but I want you to look up Tweaker on YouTube.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to do that. That doesn't sound like funny.
Yeah. There might be some inappropriate language, but that's what it is. There's this one guy. He has a channel called Tweaker Hunter.
Yeah.
And he literally goes around town at midnight and he finds tweakers. He'll be out there at 1 a.m. downtown. He's like, "What are y'all doing out here?" And he's like, the tweakers like, "We're here to party." And they'll be in the middle of the street.
Yeah. They'll be out in the middle of the street with their tidy whities on.
Well, we're gonna be on alert.
All right.
Just got home.
Okay.
And I'm gonna. Did you see what I was telling you though? The all the numbers for big three. Yeah, I bet that catfish, whatever the hell whatever the stink bait is, a gizzard.
Yeah.
Gizzard, I don't know. It's really stinky. The dog likes it. He smelled my hand licking it. It smells like shit. That's what it smells like. For dogs that like poo-poo too.
But he loves fish guts, right?
It doesn't even smell like fish guts. It smells like, literally, it smells like shit.
Yeah.
That's what the catfish like.
Oh, goodness.
No, but what I was saying, I don't know if you've seen the actual numbers for Star Wars Battlefront 2, like the player count, like I don't even know, it's past tripled the numbers. Like a bunch of players are coming back, and it's so high right now that the devs for Battlefront 2 are like, hey, I think we're going to get the band back together and develop Battlefront 3.
Yeah.
So, but I purchased Battlefront 1 and 2 when I used to play on the PS4. But now that we have a PS5, I can no longer play it anymore, and I have to buy it again, which just sucks.
Yeah.
I don't know if you haven't purchased.
Well, I have it purchased for PS4 and stuff.
Have you checked 5?
Not recently.
Well, I'd go check on your boot up your PS5 and check, see if you're able to hop on.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna head in here because I got a shit real bad. No, you can't come in there while I'm taking a poop. You crazy? Come on. All right, I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Let me know if you can boot up. Let me know if it lets you boot up Battlefront.
Okay.
Okay. All right, man.
All right. Oh, donkey. Yeah, my friend, he's funny. He sounds like he's funny because I was just over here quietly laughing at him. Oh, goodness. Well, that's my friend from Muskogee, Oklahoma, and he's telling me what a squeaker is. Or a tweaker, what the heck, whatever that is. But anyway, yeah, I was having a blast laughing. All right, leading off the bottom of the 7th, and hope you guys had enjoyed your stretch time here at the ballpark. Here's right fielder Jacob Campbell.
Ball.
Just have to get after my friend about the severe weather and stuff that is expected for Muskogee and Tulsa and a lot of those that have a high probability risk of those tornadoes 1 o'clock in the morning through the early morning of Sunday.
One strike.
But anyway, it's one of them things where the dry line, the cold air mass, the warm air,
2-1.
and the ingredients are now being put together right over Oklahoma City going eastward. We saw that during Monday while everybody was off from the baseball games. And pretty much we saw that like crazy on Monday. Tornadoes in Muskogee, wind damage, all northwest of Muskogee. Well, right there, that is for the out. And here's a designated hitter, Cole Roederer. He's 0 for 2 and 2 strikeouts. Well, I do apologize if I was on the phone, but literally my friend lives in Muskogee, and I have to alert him when tornadic thunderstorms head his way. That's right there, hit the first, and they got 2 out. So still going in that one.
The third baseman, Gentry. Rojas.
That'll bring up third baseman Yendry Rojas. 1 for 2, a single and a run. Rojas looking at the pitcher, and that's going to be right there. And that hits the mound. That goes up to an infield single. And boy, they are trying to lose that baseball again. So bottom half of the 7th inning, and yes, a lot of zeros in the scores tonight.
The second baseman.
5th inning is
Cedeno.
Nerwillian Cedeno, who hit a 2-run shot last time up in the ball game. And pretty good on there. So still continuing on in this bottom half of the stretch inning. That one is foul. The count now 0-1. Well, let's see if he can repeat what he did back in the 5th inning with that 2-run shot that he had. And that's going to be right there. That's a liner. And that's going to put runners at second and third now. And Cedeno has a double. Wow. So we're starting to see some base hits here. And all you need's a 3-run shot. Make it a 6-2 ball game. Here's Leodalis DeVries, and he's going to hit that one up to the first baseman, and boy, that will snuff out the 2 runs that were left stranded on base. So no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on for San Antonio. We head now to the top of the 8th. San Antonio leads this game 3-2. Dalton Sheffield leads it off, top of the 8th inning for Wichita when we come back. Well, just hearing my friend and I having a little conversation on the phone as he was talking about tweakers. Well, we'll lead off the top of the eighth inning for Wichita. And here in the Missions Baseball Network. And Bob, are you still awake with me? Yeah, I'm still awake with you. All right, here is Dalton Shuffield as he leads us off here in the eighth inning. It's a one-run ball game for San Antonio. And boy, they are still going pretty strong. Let's see if San Antonio can hold up to the one-run advantage. And right there in the count now, 0-2. Only one more strike from getting free breakfast on the bun, courtesy of our friends there at Whataburger. Let's see if he can get the job done. Right there, strike 3. He's got him. That's 10 Ks for breakfast from Whataburger.
DeAndrade.
Boy, and everybody in tonight's attendance will get that coupon courtesy of Whataburger. And that one served hot and fresh 24/7 for all of San Antonio. In now for Wichita is Danny DeAndrade as he comes in. But takes that in for a strike. Gets the count now 0-1. 1 for 2 a single. And here's the pitch. That one blistered deep to left, and that is out of here. Gone. And we are tied. Boy, and I'll tell you one thing about tie ball games. It's winner, whoever takes all in situations. But Danny DeAndrade gets that one, and boy, he blistered that ball out in the left field. And that right there was pretty good. Here is Andrew Cassetti. That one high in the air up to right field, and that is out number 2. Tie ball game, the lead evaporated for San Antonio. They had a one-run lead with the home run for Wichita, and now that one ties it up the ball game. That sure did. So 2 for 2, home run, single, 2 RBI run by Kyler Fedko. Hits that one out of play, foul. The count now 0-1. I'll tell you one thing, if it's a walk-off win for San Antonio, that would be pretty good for a Saturday night. Don't forget, after our baseball game tonight, we'll have the fireworks show, courtesy of our friends there from West Creek Trail Rides, and also Dr. Pepper. Here's a pitch. That is high and outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2,947 in attendance tonight. What a great number. Near 3,000 fans joined the ball game. And right there, that's a strikeout, and that will do it. But Danny DeAndrade will tie the ball game for both San Antonio and Wichita. And boy, tell you one thing, we're tied at 3 as we head to the bottom of the 8th. So back here for more when we return. With a new arm coming up as a right-hander, we'll get things started for us in the bottom of the 8th inning as San Antonio comes to bat. We're tied 3-3 in the Saturday night's ball game. Set for the bottom of the 8th inning for San Antonio. Right now, the Missions Baseball Network.
Pitching for Wichita.
Well, a right-hander, Jacob Boskovic, will come in for the Wichita Wind Surge in relief, as he would get the call from the bullpen.
For San Antonio,
the left fielder, Albert Fabian, is the tie-breaking run that'll come into the batter's box. And he'll hit that one high flying in the air up to left field. And that's a high pop-up out right there. And there's one down. We're tied 3-3. Ethan Salas coming in, lined out in the first, is 0 for 3. And hopefully he could get something going. Fabian tried to get in and score a base hit, but evidently that ball was snuffed out pretty good. Well, let's go ahead and give you some baseball scores. We got Corpus Christi leading 3-2. Earlier onward, we were leading 3-2 against Wichita. But evidently the lead has evaporated after that big bad home run during the top of the 8th inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Salas. And that's going to be a slow roller to the shortstop to first. They got him, and there's 2 down. We'll get a final from Northwest Arkansas. The Naturals won it against the Arkansas Travelers. The final score of 8-6. So Northwest Arkansas 8, Arkansas 6. Arkansas will be 24-20. Northwest Arkansas moves up a win. Pretty good on that one. There's the pitch, and that's inside for a strike. The count now is 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. And that's right there. That's Groundhopper to the short. Right there to first, and plenty of time. And that will end the half inning. So no runs, hits, errors, nobody left on for San Antonio as we head to the top of the 9th inning. And it's tied at 3-3. We're back as Alan Serta will lead it off for Wichita when we come back on this Saturday night. Well, we go ahead and give you some more baseball scores as we get into our break. And so far we do have Corpus Christi leading 3-2 against Amarillo, which we've already said. Look like the Frisco Rough Riders moving up to 26-17. They beat Midland by 1 run. So that'll put the Rockhounds down at 24-20. So evidently that is done for the Frisco Rough Riders taking on Midland. So, yeah, pretty good right there. Oh, Frisco, after tomorrow night's game, will head to Amarillo, while San Antonio taking on the Seattle Mariners, a double-A team up there in North Little Rock, Arkansas. There at All-American Ballpark, taking on the Arkansas Travelers. Tulsa winning 3-2 against Springfield. They will move 19-25. Springfield will be 23-21. So evidently, if Springfield would have won tonight, they would have taken second place away from Wichita. Wow, that would have been a bad thing right there if they would have done that. Yeah, for sure. Well, we have one more inning to do, and so far we lead it off in the 9th inning for Wichita. Alan Serta will come in, and we are going to have a pitching change here for San Antonio. So left-hander Omar Cruz will come out. And so far he's coming in relief, but the leadoff guy that came in, he really did a magnificent job. 10 strikeouts for Whataburger Breakfast, courtesy of our friends there at Whataburger. Omar Cruz will meet up Alan Serta as he pitches in his first strike. And it's the count now 0-1. We are at 11 strikeouts in this ball game. That's a swing and a miss. The count now 0-2. Well, they've been really jacking at it. They've really tried to hit it. And so far, that they can't catch up to that thing. That's right there, a liner, straightaway center. That's a base hit. Tie-breaking run for Wichita is now on board.
Now batting, second baseman, Luke Keyshaw.
Second baseman is Luke Keyshaw. As he comes in, is ready to go. Keyshaw was 0 for 3, strikeouts and 2 flyouts thus far tonight. So far, 4 ball clubs is Wichita, San Antonio, Amarillo, and Corpus Christi still going tonight.
That missed. That's a ball.
That one down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner at first. Nobody out here in the top of the Wichita 9th inning. Here's the pitch. That one out of play, foul, and it's 1-1. Still going in this ball game. Trying to get going right there. Cedeno, DeVries to Marcos Castellon, and they got 2, a 4-6-3. And that kills 2 birds with 1 stone. The old saying is you plunk a bird, you might just get 2 in the head. Yeah, good job, John. Right on target on those words. Yeah, for sure. Aaron Sabato coming in as he takes that one down and in for ball 1.
No strikes.
Well, San Antonio can walk it off in the bottom half of the 9th. I do apologize about that, but bottom of 9, they can walk it off and celebrate the celebration in the end. If they could get that tie-breaking run to score in the ball game. And that's right there, the count now at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, the pitch. That one high fly in the air. And that is out of play. 3-3 tie, Wichita and San Antonio. 2 outs, nobody on top of the 9th. A 1-2 count for Aaron Sabato. Here's the pitch. Fouled away, and the count now still holding on at 1-2. I'll tell you one thing, it gets pretty good when you have a batter and a pitcher's duel. And right there, cold third strike. It got him out easily. And that's the side retired. So we head to the bottom of the 9th. Castellon, Campbell, and Roederer will lead it off as they're the middle 3. They'll try to get the job done. And so far, they're going to try to get things going. We lead it off in the bottom of the 9th when we come back. Marcos Castellon leads it off for San Antonio when we come back. Bottom half of the ninth inning set to go for San Antonio right now on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, leading off for San Antonio, first baseman Marcos Castañon. He leads us off as that is down and in, 1 ball and no strikes. He's the winning run. Can hopefully knock in a solo shot to win the game. We got 2 right-handers warming up for the Wichita Wind Surge. Stankiewicz and Landenberg warming up in the Wichita dugout. Or should I say bullpen? Can't find out which is which these days. That one is going to be high fly in the air. And the left fielder tries to give a chase. He's got it. And right there, out number 1. Plenty of time to spare.
Number 7.
As that concludes for the out. Right fielder Jacob Campbell coming in. He's a 1 for 3 of the night for San Antonio. That's pretty good right there, Bob. Yeah, it sure is. Slider down and inside for a count now, 0-1. We're tied at 3-3 here in this half evening. That one is a high pop-up straightaway right field, and there's 2 down. I'm betting we're going to see extra innings tonight. Yeah, I think so. A little more baseball. Hey, that might just do it for a lot of San Antonio fans here tonight. If we get to the bottom of the 10th inning, that would be pretty good. Yeah, for sure. Here's the pitch. And that's back up the middle. Liner up to center. That's a base hit. Well, now the winning run now just on first base alone. And that'll bring up third baseman Yendry Rojas. Get a 2-runner, and that will win it. And that's going to be right there. That's a liner, and that's going to be straight away. He's going for third, and he's there. That's a 90 feet win right there for San Antonio. And boy, they are coming in as cage lightning. Well, gotta say, John, always good when you see that for San Antonio. And so far, hopefully, Noelian Cedeno could get in there and get a pitch he likes and hits one up the center, and that will win the ball game for the Missions here on this evening. Now, pretty good. Let's hope if he could get it up there and send the home crowd happy. And that's right there. Liner. And that's going to win it for San Antonio. And that's a walk-off. How do you like that? They come out celebrating from the dugout. By golly, what a win tonight. Cedeno is going to probably get a Gold Glove this year. I bet you that one. How much do you want to bet? $100. But wow, what a night. San Antonio takes Game 5. And that will pretty much do it. Now, final 4-3 on the walk-off win. San Antonio winning. Now they're thinking 4-3 final. And shucks, probably going to need a new pen because I'm running out of ink on that. But man, we're going to have to go through that again. That was a pretty good broadcast, right, Bob? Yeah, I got to say, absolutely right. Noelian Cedeno being the player of the game tonight for the San Antonio Missions, and so far going to be really good. Well, San Antonio now moves 23-21, and they keep Wichita from tying Arkansas, which that is also good. So the Wind Surge now 23-21, and now they're in a 3-game losing streak, and Yeah, we're about ready to see the fireworks, and there they go. On this Saturday night, we commemorate Memorial Day and Memorial Day weekend for a lot of those. As we see a lot of beautiful fireworks. Wow. What a way to continue on a beautiful night as it is. We got one more home game tomorrow afternoon, and so far, as we do, San Antonio hits the road. They hit to Arkansas after tomorrow's ball game. Well, evidently, Ben Gelman's supposed to be back. He's been out since our road travel to Midland. And, yeah, so far, he should be back getting going. It'll give us some time to rest up after doing a lot of games. We did games with the Frisco Rough Riders. Well, should I say Corpus Christi first, Frisco second, and then we went to Midland. We did that. Came home, took on Wichita. And so far, it's like 4 homestands. You know, we did 2 at home and 1 away. Then we came back, took on Wichita. So that probably make it 3. But anyway, got to say, pretty good night thus far for San Antonio. And we'll give you your runs, hits, and errors. Walk-off home run for the Missions tonight. They did it 4-3. So go ahead, give your runs, hits, and errors first for the victorious San Antonio Missions as we get into our after game show and give you all the details about what happened in this game. It was a pretty good one thus far as San Antonio just walks it off in the bottom of the 9th, and I'll say really cool about that. Yeah, I got to say, John, really good ball game. Wow, what a good fireworks show. Everybody's watching it, and they're just saying ooh and ahs and all types of stuff. Yeah, they really are. Well, anyway, got to say, let's go over runs, hits, and errors, Bob. And first for the victorious San Antonio Missions, 4 runs on 9 hits, no errors. And for Wichita, 3 runs on 6 hits, no errors. They tie up the ball game in the top of the 8th inning, but the base hits came in alive, just really good. And so far, it was the best ball game that we will ever have. And so far, pretty good on that. Well, a pretty good fireworks show going on here at Wolf Stadium. And boy, fireworks going crazy. A lot of smoke and red and orange. Just fireworks like you see during the New Year's Day celebration. Or even the 4th of July type celebration, which we are just a few months away from that. Month of May starting to wrap up before too long, and yeah, so far starting to see Christmas light decorations there at the stadium, and boy, I tell you what, pretty good. Well, a lot of smoke as we go through the broadcast. We're watching it as boy, I tell you what, just beautiful, Bob, right? Yeah, I got to say, John, absolutely right. But wow, we are definitely celebrating Memorial Day. And for this one, the ball game, the veterans, this fireworks show goes to the veterans. And for everybody that came out tonight, what a joy it is to have so many fans come out to the ball game. And so far, baseball season, that's what it is. It's about fans interacting with so many good people out here at the ball club and getting autographs and all types of stuff. Yeah, for sure. But wow, yeah, the fireworks still going on, and just a pretty good night thus far for San Antonio as we win by 1 run. A walk-off homer. And yeah, we will definitely review that footage again. Well, the loss tonight for Wichita goes to Jacob Bozakovic. And the player of the game is Norwelian Cedeno. Boy, Norwelian, he did really good. He was a 3-for-4, a home run, and a double when the winner on the mound for San Antonio goes to Omar Cruz. Staying in, only gave up 1 hit, struck out 1, and so far pretty good on that as well. Well, we will conclude our after-game show, and so far, one more game to do in this homestand as we will take on a 1:05 first pitch tomorrow afternoon. Missions will pack up and head on the road, and they get off to Arkansas starting a Tuesday through Sunday series there at All-American Ballpark in North Little Rock. Well, got to say, that was a pretty good fireworks show. And yes, do have a good look at downtown San Antonio right off in the distance on a pretty much a lot of the smoke. Boy, howdy, I tell you what. Beautiful Tower of Americas, and so far it's been a pretty good night thus far. Well, anyway, we're going to see what Corpus Christi and Amarillo are doing. And so far, they're the only 2 teams I have not called yet in this ball game. And it looks like Corpus Christi winning their 16th of the season there at Bayfront Park. So they beat Amarillo. They're 20-24. And yep, so far they are doing pretty good about that. Well, anyway, what a great night we've had in the baseball game and stuff. We got everybody that played, so that is good for us here, Bob. Well, don't forget, Bark in the Park tomorrow afternoon. And so far, we want everybody to come back and have a good day with us. Well, for all of us here, we've had a terrific fireworks show. And so far, we want y'all to come back tomorrow. Get your tickets now at SanAntonioMissionsBaseball.com. Don't forget, the Missions are back home a week after tomorrow as we take on the visiting Midland Rockhounds starting on Tuesday, June 3rd. Well, anyway, we'll have our homestand, and then it'll be back on the road. Don't know where we go, but we'll definitely keep you updated on who we're playing, and so far we'll keep you updated. Well, anyway, we'll go ahead and look at our game time. Our game time hits 3 hours and 3 minutes on our live stream here tonight on YouTube Live. And so far, it was a pretty good night. But for all of us here in the San Antonio metropolitan area, we thank you for your time, and thank you for coming out to the ball game and enjoying the Missions taking on Wichita. Final time tonight, our San Antonio Missions 4, Wichita 3. Missions in a 3-game winning streak here tonight, and if they get walk off a series finale tomorrow, that will definitely be a good day before heading off to Arkansas. Well, anyway, thank y'all for coming into this broadcast of Texas League Baseball. I'm John Baker and my partner Bob, and we will definitely see y'all tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock right here on the show. For all of us, we'll see y'all again And for those that I mentioned in the severe weather in Oklahoma and those that are surrounding cities, make sure that y'all take cover and be alert for tornado warnings as we go through Sunday morning. So anyway, be safe, and we'll see you at the Wolf. You've been listening to Texas League Baseball, home of our San Antonio Missions. John Baker and I will be back tomorrow afternoon to bring you the series finale game against Wichita. And so far, have a good night and safe travels home. Thank you, Bob. And yes, we will see y'all again tomorrow. Have a good night.